Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. UPI reports that U.S. and Nigerian forces successfully eliminated Abu Bilal al-Manuki, who was identified as the second in command for ISIS globally. In a meticulously planned joint counterterrorism operation, President Donald Trump announced the killing, which took place Friday night at al-Manuki's compound on Lake Chad Basin in northeast Nigeria. Trump praised the brave American and Nigerian forces for flawlessly executing the complex mission to remove the most active terrorist in the world from the battlefield, significantly diminishing ISIS's global operations. Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu thanked Trump for the partnership, expressing gratitude for the unwavering support in advancing shared security objectives and looking forward to more decisive strikes against terrorist enclaves. The U.S. State Department previously described al-Manuki as a key leader in ISIS's Sahel region operations, and he was on the Treasury Department's global terrorist list. According to a report by Zio Shabbat, European nations have initiated negotiations with Iranian authorities, specifically the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC Navy, regarding the passage of their vessels through the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz. Iran's state television announced this development, though it did not specify which European countries were involved. The strait has been largely blocked by Tehran since February 28th, following a conflict sparked by a U.S.-Israeli bombing of Iran. A fragile ceasefire has been in effect since April 8th. The report highlights that several East Asian nations, including China, Japan, and Pakistan, have already successfully negotiated access, agreeing to Iran's management regulations for the waterway. Before the conflict, the Strait of Hormuz facilitated approximately one-fifth of global oil and liquefied natural gas (LNG) shipments, along with other significant commodities. Iran has consistently stated since the outbreak of hostilities that navigation in the strait would not return to pre-war status and began collecting passage fees in April. 联合早报 reports that Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi has arrived in Tehran for a two-day official visit aimed at promoting peace talks between Iran and the United States. This visit follows a recent trip by Pakistan's Army Chief of Staff and underscores Islamabad's active role in mediating the ongoing tensions. Despite a fragile ceasefire that is largely held since April 8 following a U.S.-Israel attack on Iran on February 28, negotiations remain in a stalemate. Iran's Foreign Minister Araghchi confirmed receiving messages from Washington indicating the Trump administration's willingness to continue discussions. However, Iran's chief negotiator, Parliament Speaker Kalibaf, stated that Washington must accept Tehran's 14-point peace plan, warning that any other approach would lead to repeated failures. Pakistan continues its efforts to foster regional peace amidst these complex diplomatic challenges. Tens of thousands participated in two separate protests in central London, a pro-Palestine demonstration held around Nakba Day and a far-right rally led by Tommy Robinson. Al Jazeera reports that the British capital saw heightened security with 4,000 police officers, including reinforcements, deployed along with armored vehicles, horses, dogs, drones, and helicopters, in what was described as the largest public order operation in years. Authorities imposed strict conditions on the routes and timings of both rallies to prevent clashes, and 11 arrests were made for various offenses shortly after the marches began. Prosecutors were instructed to assess whether placards or chants constituted hate speech. The British government also barred 11 foreign far-right figures from entering the country for Robinson's Tonight the Kingdom rally. Prime Minister Keir Starmer condemned the far-right organizers for peddling hatred and division and warned that those causing havoc would face the full force of the law. Live facial recognition was also used for the first time to police the protests. Vatican City, Canadian Press. Pope Leo XIV has established an artificial intelligence study group, the Vatican announced Saturday, as he prepares to release his first encyclical. This landmark document is expected to champion an ethics-based approach to AI, placing human dignity and global peace at its core. The decision to form the group stems from the accelerating use of AI and its profound potential impact on humanity, underscoring the Church's enduring concern for human dignity. Signed 135 years after Pope Leo XIII's groundbreaking encyclical Rerum Novarum, Leo XIV's upcoming encyclical draws a parallel between the current AI revolution and the societal shifts triggered by the Industrial Revolution. Experts like Megan Sullivan from the University of Notre Dame foresee the Catholic Church under Pope Leo XIV as a leading voice advocating for human dignity in the evolving AI landscape. The Vatican aims to contribute its values to the global AI discourse, advocating for technology that complements, rather than replaces human intelligence and warning against the environmental toll of AI development. His predecessor, Pope Francis, previously called for an international treaty to regulate AI and a ban on lethal autonomous weapons. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.